Hey guys, welcome to the Fab Four, and I hope you're having a great day. Today I'm going to be doing a skincare routine. That is the theme for this week. I have my products all lined up in front of me, and I'm going to go ahead and jump into everything. So say I'm coming home from the end of the day and I have makeup on my face and sweat and oil from the day, and I just need to give my skin an ultra pampering session. This is kind of the order in which I would go. So first I would start off by removing my makeup, and I'm not the type of person to really like makeup wipes. I've tried them and I've tried different types, but I just find that I'm tugging on my skin and my skin's always really irritated and there's always residue left over, and I always feel the need to wash my face anyway. So I'd rather just use something that is meant to be rinsed off. So I really love the MAC Cleanse Off Oil, and I know this is kind of a very popular product here on YouTube and just in general. It's a great oil. I just take one pump of this, rub it on my hands, and then I honestly just let my hands sit on my eye and let it sit on my eye makeup, because that's primarily where I have to remove most of my makeup, is on my eyes. And that breaks down all of the eyeliner, eyeshadow, even waterproof mascara. It just breaks it all down, and I just give it a second to just sit on my skin, and then I honestly just rinse it off. I don't have to scrub or rub really hard. Sometimes with really tricky eyeliner, I might have to take my ring finger and just gently go under my lash line just to kind of rub that off. But other than that, it pretty much just does everything it's supposed to on its own. I don't need to scrub, which is really nice, because I feel like when I'm using those makeup wipes, it's just absolutely horrible, and I'm always losing eyelashes. My skin's always really blotchy and red and irritated afterwards, so I really prefer just to use this. And you get a decent amount in this, and I only use one pump a day, so this has lasted me since December, and I'm just absolutely in love with it, and I'm definitely going to repurchase it when it's done. If I'm taking a shower, I will do the next two products in the shower. If not, I will absolutely do them just at my bathroom sink. And the first one is wash my face. I didn't really know until recently that it was a thing that people didn't wash their face every day or every night, at least twice a day. Apparently that's not a thing. People a lot of times will just use those makeup wipes and then be good. I personally can't do that. If you do that, that's totally fine. I don't feel right about doing that, and also I get breakouts when that happens. If I fall asleep in my makeup, I will break out. So I definitely don't do it, and I also have a hard time falling asleep if I don't wash my face. But anyway, my facial cleanser is one from the drugstore, and I really love it, and it is the Neutrogena Naturals Fresh Cleansing and Makeup Remover. This has makeup remover in it. They have one that doesn't have makeup remover. I went ahead and got this one just in case there are ever any remnants left of from my MAC Cleanse Off oil. This will take care of it, but in general, I don't really have a problem with it. This is really great. It's paraben free, and it feels really nice on my skin. It's gentle enough that it doesn't completely dry out my already pretty dry skin, but it also does do a really great job of clarifying my skin and making it feel very clean and very fresh. The scent is really light and very non-offensive, and I just think this is a really great drugstore cleanser. And I've gone through probably 6 or 7 bottles of these, and I like it. I try other things too, but I always find myself coming back. I do find that this is very similar to the Purity Cleanser. If you guys like that, you would probably really like this. I don't necessarily do this next step every day, but when I do choose to do this step, whether it be once or twice a week, I would take this time to exfoliate. And my favorite exfoliator is from the drugstore, and it's really popular. It is the St. Ives Blemish Control Apricot Scrub, and I love this. It's great. As you can see, I have a giant tub of it, even though I don't really like big tubs of things. I prefer things that come in bottles or tubes, but I needed to get the big tub of it just because I use it so much. And this is a generally pretty new tub of this, and I have used it a lot, but I've barely dented it. I'm still at the very top, but at the same time, I think it's a pretty decent cavern in there. But I love this scrub. I've been through several bottles of these before I went ahead and caved and just bought the big tub of it. And it's a great scrub. It's really refreshing. It has these little beads in it, and it takes off all of the dead skin off of my skin. It doesn't burn. My skin is always a little pink after, just because, if you're scrubbing at your skin with anything, it's gonna be pink. But it leaves my skin feeling like a baby's bottom. I feel like freaking newborn. It's so great. I love this scrub, and it's so cheap. You can get this for so cheap, and if you think even that's a little bit too expensive for you, I know that they have the off-brand, the Equate version of it. It's just basically the same thing. So if you're looking for a really great affordable scrub, either get this or the kind of off-brand version of it, because it is awesome. Normally I would just skip to my moisturizer or whatever, but If I am still kind of in the mood to pamper my skin a little bit more, I will do a face mask. I like to do really clarifying face masks. I used to love doing the Lush ones, but they got a little expensive over a long period of time, so I kind of switch on and off when I do those. If I do use a Lush mask, it'll always be Raisin Tunny. I love it, it's great. But for now, I've been using this really awesome mask that I got from my friend Leo for my birthday, and it's from Misha, and it is the Black Gasol Tightening Mask. And this sounds really scary. It's not really super tightening. I mean, it does kind of, when it does dry, it does tighten a little bit, but it's not like squeezing the crap out of my face or by any means. But it's a really great like clay mask, and this is what it looks like. That little divot in there is a little spatula it came with, which I actually broke because I couldn't shut it, which was kind of frustrating. But it's this grayish color, and it's just your typical clay mask. I really like this. I feel like it really does kind of clear out my pores and everything, and I actually really love using this as a spot treatment over my blemishes. I don't like to pop blemishes. That is, it is like my least favorite thing in the world, is to pop or witness one being popped or think about things being popped. Like that just, it's gross. I can't handle it. So I just prefer to take this route where it just kind of dries up and takes out all of the impurities and the oils slowly over time. This isn't intended to be a spot treatment, so obviously it's not going to work super fast, but it does help kind of take the excess oil and grossness out of my skin. So I really like this. It's a great mask. I do need to rinse it off and moisturize after this. I think if I used a light moisturizer after this, it would not cut it, but I use a really heavy moisturizer. So speaking of heavy moisturizer, I have this Holy Grail moisturizer. I will never buy anything else because this is so fantastic. And it is from First Aid Beauty, which you can get at Sephora. And it is the Ultra Repair Cream. I freaking love this. And again, I went through like 80 bottles of this before I just caved and got the giant tub of it, because I know I'm gonna use it for a really long time and because I know I love it so much. But this is a great moisturizer. It's a very, very thick cream. I don't know if you can really see that. You can't, I think it's kind of bright in here, but that's what that looks like. So you can tell I've gotten about halfway through this tub and I absolutely love it. It's great. If you have normal to dry skin, this is a fantastic moisturizer. And I know you can use this pretty much anywhere. I know a lot of people like to use this as their hand cream or for like their elbows and stuff, but I use this on my face and on my face alone, and it is perfect. I love it, and it's great. It's really, really great. The scent is just very like non-offensive. It doesn't have any extra fragrances or anything in it. Allergy tested and fragrance free, paraben free. There's no chemicals or colorants in it, and it's great for sensitive skin. So if you are any of those things, there's a hair on it, ew. If you are any of those things, you would absolutely love this, because I swear by it. I love it so much. For the daytime, I like to use a really good sunblock, and I've talked about this in my videos before. I use a sunblock from Misha, and it's called the All Around Safe Block Essence Sun, and this is SPF 45. This is a great sunblock, and it also acts as a really great primer. It's really, really thin, but I think it's more of a chemical sunscreen if I'm not mistaken. So if you put it on, it blends into your skin really, really well, and it lays under makeup beautifully, and it helps it kind of stay longer if anything. It's helping my skin out a lot, and I just really love it. Also, the scent is so lovely. It's a really light, lovely scent. If scents really bother you, I would recommend maybe trying it, seeing if you can get your hands on a sample of it or something. But I love the scent. It's really, really light and just pleasant to put on, and it wears off after like a minute or so anyway. So anyway, really love this. And then the next 5 products I have are all products that I would use throughout the day. And the first 2 products are kind of the same thing, and they are those water sprays where you kind of spritz them on your face throughout the day to kind of refresh and rejuvenate your skin. The one that I've been using recently is the Caudalie Beauty Elixir. And again, I don't really know what this does, but it's really refreshing and really nice, especially because I live in Arizona. It's so hot and it's so dry here, so I have like times throughout the day where my skin just feels really thirsty. So I just kind of give it like a good spritz, and it just kind of gives some moisture back into my skin, helps make my makeup look a little less flat, and it also takes away the powdery finish. If you set your makeup with a powder, this will definitely get rid of that. This is a little expensive and it does smell kind of crappy, Like I don't really care for the scent. Like I've learned to kind of love the scent just because of the ritual of it all, but if you're looking for something that's cheaper and a little bit more lightly scented, I would recommend the Mario Badescu Rose Water Spray. This is really nice. It's kind of the same thing. It serves the same purpose. It doesn't have as much of a cooling effect, but it smells a lot nicer and it's a lot cheaper. And I find that it burns a lot less. I do wish that the spray was as light and as fine as this one. I will say that much. So I'm wondering if there's a way when I'm done with this one, if I can transfer this into this bottle, because that would honestly just solve all of my problems. But they're great. I kind of alternate between those two and just throw whichever one in my purse. If you guys know me at all, I am a really big lip balm junkie. I love lip balms, and one that I've sworn by for months and months and months is the Jack Black lip balm, and I have the one here in grapefruit. I've been through like 3 tubes of these, and this one is by far my favorite. It's really fruity and citrusy, and I love it. If you like the smell of Fruity Pebbles, you would really like the lemon one. And if you like minty ones, the mint one is really good. I also really like the black tea one. I hate the vanilla lavender. It is entirely lavender, and it's one of those scents that just does not belong on your lips. That's in my personal opinion. So I really like the grapefruit one though, and this is a great lip balm. You apply it once, you won't need to reapply for a very, very long time. And then a recent lip balm lust. I've been cheating on that lip balm with another one lately, and this is the one from the Elizabeth Arden 8-Hour Cream line, and this is the lip protectant stick. First of all, this one is empty. This is what this one looks like, so I went ahead and repurchased. It's like all like disgusting at the bottom too. Do you see that? It's so gross. But I just keep digging at it and I want to use every little bit of it. But I just repurchased, so this is what it looks like. It's kind of off looking, I think, in the tube. Like it just looks very strange, like dried grease or something. But it's so, so nice on your lips. It's like the 8-Hour Cream, but in a stick form, and it's so nice. I probably like it better than the Jack Black one. I think the Jack Black one might have better ingredients, but this one just makes this is just really great, like instant lip gratification. I love this so much. It makes your lips feel like silk, and it's just so nice. I love it. And then speaking of the Elizabeth Arden 8-Hour Cream, I really like using that on my hands. So this is just one of the intensive moisturizing body treatment. I pretty much like everything from this line, but a lot of times throughout the day, my hands will get really dry. So I will alternate between this and the Soap & Glory hand food and use this as a hand cream because I have dry skin and it's a problem. So I really, really like it. If the scent bothers you, I'd recommend checking it out first to see if it does bother you. It's kind of lemony. But if it does bother you, they do have an unscented line that works just as well. So anyway, that concludes my skincare routine. I hope you guys found this video helpful or entertaining in some way. And I also hope that you have a fantastic weekend, and I will see you next week on the Fab 4. Bye.